Another edition of the Let's Go Ricky Roll podcast. I'm Bill Duran alongside the one and only Ricky Romero and Josh Thole. We haven't been here for a couple weeks. United. It's All-Star Game Day. I'm an All-Star in my own head. Josh Thole is a legend. Ricky Romero is the only one in the group who actually has been to an All-Star game in Arizona a few years ago. So, as I'm connecting my microphone right now, what's up, guys? How are you doing? Ricky, before we get to you, I don't know why you're in game uniform, but Thole, where you been?
I don't know, staring at Ricky's game uniform jersey. That's where I've been.
I'm glad. Look at that. Haven't worn it since that day.
Yeah.
Since that day. Yeah, I figured I.
See, Thole.
That's
obviously
freaking
the BP one sits behind me. But yeah, this was actually the game worn one. I feel like nowadays they get so much gear. There, we just got like our shorts, and I'm even wearing the dry fit. I still
wow, yeah,
right, boom, and I mean, you didn't get very much, and I had my cleats from that day that literally, when I put them on, they only lasted till the national anthem because they hurt my feet so bad. Usually, as you know, Josh, cleats need to be broken in a few times. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to wear these. And there were like the Nike Shocks at the time that everyone was wearing. Dude, they hurt my feet just running from to line up for the when they call your name and stuff. I couldn't take it anymore. So I went back to my gamers in between the games. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to this podcast. I obviously want to dig into a little bit of what goes on and stuff like that in the All-Star game. But
yeah. See, Thole, that's what you call in the business burying the lead. Where I'm like, oh, let's talk about Ricky later. Let's ask about Thole. And then, no. You always got to go with the hits. You always got to go with what's relevant. And right there, it's All-Star game. We got to get the guy wearing his All-Star jersey.
Yeah, that's so long. Nobody cares that I've been landscaping and not put any roots on. But like,
hold on.
Fixing a tractor. I'm done. No. My life is not exciting. I keep trying to tell all these people.
People love it. People love it, man.
They always
ask us. They always ask
us.
My golf
game's getting tightened up, though. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Let me tell you. So on the Let's Go Ricky Roll Instagram that I run, there's a couple things out there. Chava Silva's watches run out regular time. I got one. Oh, I forgot. I didn't save it. Where'd it go? Somebody wrote. I gotta find it, but whoever sent it to me, I appreciate it. They sent me details on how to mulch, and they gave me a breakdown of what mulching is. They're like, get this to Thole about this and that. So people love the Thole farming experiences, all that other good stuff. So,
well, I'm doing landscaping now, and that is not fun. That is moving boulders and shoveling. That's terrible. My hands are killing me right now. As long as it doesn't ruin my golf game, I'll keep doing it.
There it is. Also, our intern, Graham Metzger, is here right now.
Where is he? I was just about to ask. Where's my guy? There he is. Graham,
what's going on,
buddy?
guys? How we doing?
We're great. How are you doing is the bigger question.
Oh, man.
I'm doing great. I'm very intrigued right now to hear about this landscape and more, but I'm sure we'll get into it.
Why don't you come out here and work, Graham? We pay about $8 an hour. We can get you tightened up on the farm.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You last about 3 days.
So, Graham, in 2013, what grade were you in?
Wow, 2013. I was 12 years old, so like 6th grade, 7th grade, something like that.
Okay. So what we need you to do today, Graham, on the podcast. By the way, this is our intern, Graham Metzger, sophomore at the University of Oregon, Long Beach Poly alum, and Graham's going to be helping us out. Are you at your dad's school right now?
Nah.
Why do you have newspapers behind you?
I'm just in his office. I got the upgrade today.
So Graham's father used to be an editor at the LA Times. Now he's a professor at Long Beach State. Gary Metzger, awesome guy. So I'm wondering why you have newspapers. So anyways, Graham, today when we start talking about the All-Star game in 2013, we need you to do your research on it. And so have it all pulled up on Baseball Reference.
11.
Oh, 2011. Oh, my God.
Oh, no, he was like 8.
Yeah, he was in diapers.
Yeah.
All right, Graham. Yeah. So 2011 baseball game, baseball reference, have that pulled up, and we'll be calling on Graham every now and then. All right, let's go back here to you guys. So Graham, stay quiet. Let's go. I love that kid. He texted me this morning. He's like, "Do you guys need me?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, we need you, Graham, bro. Don't worry about it."
Anytime you want to come on, Graham, you're more than
no,
welcome.
no, totally. Don't say that because then you create monsters. No,
all for the people. It's all about the people.
Totally. You give a kid a chance like that. Next thing you know, he's hosting and I'm out. All right. So,
you're a little nervous, are you there, Beto?
Do you hear that voice? Hey, how you doing? Comes in here all strong.
He's got newspaper clippings behind him, like he's been studying all day.
He has. He has. So before we get into all that, we appreciate everybody. Last week, I was unavailable. I had to work. So that's why we had no show last week. The week before, Thole was at his own baseball camp. So we had Alex Sanabia sit in. Sanabia is actually playing for the Mets team in Syracuse. So he sat in. And Sanabia, because of the podcast Juju, the good vibes, he actually went through 7 innings the other day. So he's doing really well in AAA Syracuse with the Mets. And then last night, home run derby. Ricky, what happened in the home run derby? Who won? Ricky, who won last night in the home run derby?
You did.
Oh, I did? How?
Uh-oh.
Because you had Pete Alonso, that's why.
Yeah.
No, the short answer is Pete Alonso, period. Nobody else won.
Yeah. So while we're golfing yesterday afternoon in our group chat, I wish Thole could get in, but he doesn't respond. These guys were said, hey, let's do. There's 8 guys. Let's do a pool, and we'll randomly select a guy. And I'm not paying attention because my golf game is so good now that I'm not even on my phone. Yeah, right. And Ricky's like, "You want in?" I'm like, "Yeah, give me a guy. It don't matter. And then I played yesterday afternoon, and then my kids' schedule cleared up. I didn't have to do anything with them sports-wise, so I went and played another 9-hole in the evening. And then I didn't know that I had Pete Alonso, and these guys are telling me that he's doing well, and I finally look at my group chat. I'm like, oh, wait, I won. So I won. Because of me, Pete Alonso won. I was behind him, backing him. So that's what happened there, Thole. I was able to say, yes, I will support the New York Mets. And I won. So all these guys are mad because I did not watch the home run derby, and I still won the pool that we made.
That's how it goes.
There it is.
The only way to do it.
And you have young kids, Thole. Did you watch it?
I did. I watched some of it. They did not. I was doing some work last night, and when I get locked in on doing work, what I'm trying to get done, I shoo them upstairs. But it was bedtime. It started late, so it was.
It started at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock for you, 8 o'clock for me, right?
Okay.
Whatever. But then we had a little league game last night, and then we got home, and then we get the kids dinner, and then 9 o'clock. I started watching it until 9. I watched. You know what? I turned it on was Pete Alonso was in the midst of hitting 35 homers in round 1.
Yeah, that's my guy, Pete Alonso.
I had Salvador Perez, and he got overshadowed. He had 28 home runs, and it got overshadowed by the 35. And if he was against anybody else, he would have gone to the second round.
Yeah.
Now Ricky was telling the story. Rick, like when you went to the All-Star game, did you watch the home run derby?
Hell yeah, I did. Hell yeah.
What were you doing?
Here, is my internet? Is it acting up again?
Yeah, your voice is good, but your face is whatever. But the voice is good.
Well, no, yeah. Before it was the old format. That was the last year of the old format when I went in 2011, and that was where you have to wait for 10 outs. So it took a little longer. It took a little longer, and it took forever. I think I like this new format more than the old one because it's just I remember sitting there, and next thing you know, I look back and nobody was there. Like I was one of the few ones that was. I think because a lot of the guys were veteran guys, and they kind of were like, you know what, I'm not sitting through all this. Robinson Cano won it that year, but it was for me it was a cool experience. I got to bring like my family down, and we all watched down from down under. But like the beginning part of it, we had Jose Bautista, who was a leading vote getter that year for the Toronto Blue Jays and for all of baseball. And he was in it. He was supposed to win it. He didn't end up winning it. And we Drop told the story, Roberto, on the podcast about he was nervous as shit, Thole. Nervous as shit. he said he didn't realize how nervous he was gonna be till he walked out there and everyone was looking at him. And everyone, I mean, a lot of it.
60,000 people, no turtle. You're throwing to a catcher. Oh, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, and he was like, he said when he went out there, he was just like, whoa, and I don't know, he was just, yeah, I think it just got to him, and I don't think he could get in the zone. And we all know drop can throw a hell of a BP, but he just couldn't get in the zone.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I could imagine it's hard.
And
I throw perfect BP, and I'm not sure I could do that.
Wait,
And as we know, like a lot of people say, like, oh, the hitter stunk, but like with Joey Gallo, if you watched him, his BP pitcher cut him up last night. He was like kept throwing those late cutters, and you can tell he's telling him like up out over. He kept jamming him.
Well, that's like Ohtani was the same way. Early in his round, he was crowding him, and then he knew he didn't want to crowd him, so he'd go down and away, and he was so pull happy. He was just hooking balls. Where Dave Joust, who is, I must tell everybody,
the nicest guy,
the most unbelievable of human beings. So to watch him out there and just putting balls, it was like throwing him on a tee, and he just
I just thought they had a little square of where he was at the whole night. He did not miss to either corner. He was like down the middle. You could just tell Pete Alonso was just putting the bat. I mean, Pete Alonso has a nice home run swing too. Like he was barely swinging. It looked like zero wasted energy.
I saw the same thing. He was not tired. The interview they did that he did with ESPN afterwards, after he hit the 35, they're like, "Are you tired?" He's like, "No, not." Like he wasn't breathing heavy. If Salvi was about to fall over, he was so dead. Ohtani was like, oh, "I'm done doing this. He'll never do that again."
Yeah.
Like you're right. I mean, Jousty was just heaving them in there. I saw the same graph you saw, Ricky. That was sweet.
Yeah, when Robinson Cano won it in 11, his dad was throwing to him, and I think that was a pretty cool moment after when they won, and like he like ran to him and like they hugged and embraced. Really, really cool moment. But yeah, I mean, what format do you guys like better, the old one or this one?
I like the time. Like get in there because it moves along faster. Even though I didn't watch, but I know what's going on. Move along faster.
I mean, could you imagine? Honestly, could you imagine 10 outs at Coors Field?
No.
I mean, we could be there all day long, and 100% they juice the balls. The balls, those little. Hey, when they got the bonus time, and they were throwing those like funky looking balls in there. I mean, it was like a freaking shotgun. You could hear it through the TV. I mean,
yeah, I'm sure it throws the hitters off too.
Dude, but the balls were hitting the bat, and all of a sudden they're landing in the out like 500 feet over the fence, and it's like
I hated the camera angle. I hate it. Like I just didn't know what to like. I wanted to see how far they were going, and with that split camera angle, you couldn't really tell.
I agree with you.
But that's because of the time they got to do that. So there it is. Also, this one, Pete Alonso's earned a little bit more than $2 million in 2.5 seasons with the Mets. He's won $2 million in home run derbies. Like
guy's underpaid.
Yeah, he's crazy. That's cool.
And I guarantee you, he's probably going to come back and do it next year again.
You got
Dodger Stadium.
You have to defend your title, no matter what.
Dodger Stadium, the crowd's going to be going crazy.
Yeah, and the ball flies at 5 o'clock at Dodger Stadium. It goes.
They better start that baby at about 3:30.
Yeah,
because you start getting into the twilight there.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Hitting in a graveyard.
Exactly. That was pretty cool. It was just cool to watch that. Now let's bring in our young kid, Grant Metzger. Grant, do people your age care about the home run derby?
Definitely. I mean, especially this year, I felt like it was a stacked lineup. So yeah, definitely still caring about the home run derby. All
right. Now, Grant, when the guys are sitting there on the side, when you're watching this, do you think like, man, I could do that? I could be out there in the outfield shagging, like those little kids that are running around grabbing the ball.
I think I could be that guy. I don't know if you saw that guy that leaned over and like fell into the stairs trying to catch a ball at the home run derby. I could be that guy.
I always say, man, like they have a lot of little kids, and we saw one get hurt. Pete Alonso. But like I always say, like it's crazy that they let them go out there because these guys are hitting absolute
Bombs.
lasers when those are not going out. Like the lasers that Otani was hitting, if you try to get in front of one of those and you don't
No.
know what you're doing,
No.
man.
Yeah.
Nah.
And it's always little kids that they let go out there.
Yeah. Now, when you look at what's going on with that, now obviously this is a different kind of a podcast. Normally we tell stories, we have a guest and everything else, but with the All-Star break, give it guys a break. There's no need to do interviews or anything like that. So I wanted to kind of get back to it and get the idea of what we were talking about in our group chat, Rick, about the experiences there. And it's, people say, oh, he should have been All-Star, he should have been whatever. At the end of the day, you said it before the podcast started, they can never take that away. You will forever be introduced as 2011 All-Star Ricky Romero. Okay, the jersey, is this the first time you've seen it since then?
Yeah, dude, I literally went into my closet. I like 10 minutes before the podcast, I was like, told Cara, my wife, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put on my jersey today, to in memory of the 2011 All-Star game. Like Josh said before on off air, it's something that nobody's gonna be able to take care of or take away from me. It's just the way it happened. It was really cool. Obviously, I wasn't. If you ask me, I should have been, one of the first tier guys, but I think John Lester wasn't pitching in it, so then I was his replacement, or Felix Hernandez. I don't remember who, one of those two. And we were in Cleveland, and I remember getting the call during the game. They called me into the office really quick, and they're like, "Hey, just so you know, you're going to Arizona. You just made the All-Star game." And I was like, "Whoa, this is dope." And I was already a little bit down because I hadn't gotten chosen. Like, I thought I deserved it. I'm not gonna lie. And so yeah, so then I called my parents right away to make the good thing is for them, it was like a quick drive from LA to Arizona, so nobody had to get on a plane. The best thing is that when you get there, obviously they're like, hey, how many hotel rooms do you need? Yada yada yada. So my parents had, like, we were staying in this sick ass resort, and my parents were in awe, man. I mean, when you have a David Ortiz walking around, Miguel Cabrera, Matt Kemp, Andre Ethier, and all those people walking around the hotel like it's nothing. My mom was just like in awe of all of it, and it was definitely, like I said, it was a cool memory. And obviously the when you land, I remember when we were taking off from Cleveland, they gave me a normal plane ticket, a commercial flight to get on the flight to come to Cleveland, or from Cleveland to Arizona. And Bautista was like, "Hey man, don't do that. Just hop on the jet with me and let's go." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "All right, let's go." So they canceled the ticket right away. Jumped on his flight. Next thing you know, we land in Arizona, and it's just like the red carpet's laid out for you. You get there, truck's picking you up, a nice little SUV takes you to the hotel. You get in there, and then you you do the ring size, because I should have worn the ring. They give you a ring for making the All-Star game. You get your ring size, and then they give it to you, like they make them right away, and then they give you this little cool thing that we got, and everyone signs like a piece of paper when you get there, and it's everyone's signature that was in the All-Star game.
Oh wow,
that's sick. So
that thing got in, like, I didn't even know what they were. We just signed like this blank white paper, and then next thing you know, this showed up in the mail a few weeks later. But then you get there, and yeah, I was like I said, in awe of everything. So you don't even know what to do. I didn't know what to expect. I had zero direction because it's my first time there. And then the next day you wake up early, and it's media day, and that's crazy, man. Yeah. No media really following me other than the Toronto media, but like to see like the Big Poppies, the Adrian Beltres, the Josh Hamiltons at the time, Jared Weaver, who was the starting pitcher. All that stuff, you just start seeing like everyone's forming in. But like the cool thing, like I said, I was able to bring my parents in, and they were able to see all of it and experience all of it with me. That was cool. And then I remember that you have the parade the next day, the day of the game, and that was cool because Big Papi was and his family were in front of us, and he like made sure he was guiding me through it all. He's like, hey, they only say 4 people, but hell no, you bring as many people as you want. It's your day, yada, yada, and nobody's going to see what to do. I was like, all right, cool, man. And again, and my first year there, he treated me like like he was like my dad for that day. You know, like he was just guiding me, and you know, obviously it tells you who Big Papi is. You know, and so yeah. So then you walk into that clubhouse, or the day of the home run derby. Actually, I'm backtrack because I'm just kind of remembering everything now. But you backtrack the day of the home run derby. In the first workout, when you walk in there, dude, I did not know what to do, where to go. Like you felt like a rookie, and you know you got Paul Konerko with the big locker. Thole, you've been to Houston, and you know how the veterans always get the biggest locker. And it was like Adrian Beltre, Big Papi, and Paul Konerko had the biggest lockers. And I remember mine was like on a corner next to Gio Gonzalez and Matt Wieters. And I remember it was Gio's first time, and we were looking at each other like, what do we do? We got dressed, and you're excited. You're ordering all the jerseys for your family. You're talking to clubbies. There's about 1 million clubbies in there. It felt like there's just so much help. Everything's catered to you. You walk into the kitchen. There's this guy making sushi. There's whatever food you want, and you walk in there, and these guys are just like having the time of their life, and I'm kind of quiet, just looking around, like, all right, what do I do? But there's really no rules, you know. It's just supposed to be super chill. And I remember, you know, when Ron Washington walked in, he does a speech about what he expects, and just to kind of have fun and go out there. And when you walk on that field and you take BP, they're taking BP. I wanted to shake every ball, man. I was a little kid. Standing next to Josh Hamilton. I mean, he was big time at the time. He was shagging left field, and just, you know, getting to talk to him, getting to talk to everyone pretty much. And when you watch him hit BP, he's hitting him into the screen in dead center in Arizona. And I think he was mad because he didn't get picked to be a participant in the home run derby. I remember him mentioning something to me. He's like, "Yeah, man, I didn't get asked." And that year it was like Big Papi, Cano, Bautista, and Adrian Gonzalez. So, but yeah, those are a little bit of the memories that I remember.
A little bit, man. That's awesome right there. We haven't even gotten to the game part yet there, totally.
No,
like,
you know what the crazy part is? When they have this autograph room where they have all the memorabilia, everything. I didn't even know, or else I would have done it, but you could have asked for another jersey, and you put it out there, and every guy signs it. So a lot of guys had, like Felix had his, you know, if whoever wanted their jersey out there, and dude, there's about 1 million pieces, and I'm like, I don't even know how you get through it. I mean, I did as many as I could, but like the All-Star game ball that's signed by a few people. I don't think it's everyone. I don't think Big Papi's going in there and saying everyone shit. But that was like the craziest part, like seeing that shit. I was like, man, this autograph room is crazy. Like, there's so much memorabilia that they want you to sign. I think they give you like we want you to get these for sure. These, if you can get to it, because if you get through all of them, you're probably there for like.
Nah, they ain't signing everything.
Yeah.
It's one of those. I did the 2010 one in Anaheim, and I remember the media day was at the convention center across by kind of by Disneyland. You go there in the morning, and that's where they do the media session. It's kind of like the Super Bowl, totally, where every player gets his own podium. And, you know, obviously, if you're the bigger market, you have guys here. Oakland has whoever their rep is just sitting by himself. The Colorado guy's sitting by himself, you know, and just nobody's really paying attention. And I would always just go to the Spanish-speaking guys and be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Not interview them, just have a conversation, because I knew that a guy like Papi would have walked by one of the Dominicans or one of the Puerto Rican and just start chopping it up with them, and then all of a sudden that's where he stops, and then that's where you hang out and you start hearing little stories. And like the media day is just a waste of time. It's just a way for the media guys to put their microphones in front of somebody's guy and just get like a 10-second soundbite. Nothing is being said. It's like, oh, how does this feel? How's it great? So I'm just more like, let me show up and get my ESPN microphone on like the regular news, and that's what I was doing. I was just hanging out. I'm like being a fan about this. Like inside of me, I'm like, these are like the best freaking players of 2010 right here, right now, and it was just awesome. And I remember being at the home run derby in 2010, but like I texted the group chat last night, on the Monday before the All-Star game is always the ESPYs parties, because the ESPYs are on Wednesday. So that Monday night is the party at the Playboy Mansion. Now, if you have to be there at the Playboy Mansion to get there. You have to park by UCLA, and then they shuttle you up there. So let me think about this. Am I going to stay and watch the second, third round of the All-Star home run derby, or am I going to get to the Playboy Mansion? So I don't even know what happened in 2010. I ran to the Playboy Mansion as soon as I could. I got there, and I'm like, I'm rather hang out with Snoop and all the celebrities and then just kind of tag along. So people are like, oh, you were at the home run derby? Sure, yeah. Great time. I had no clue about that. I'm using my clout at that time to get in there, baby.
That's the other part that's cool. In Arizona, obviously, they have all these parties. Marucci had their party at the W Hotel in Scottsdale. I'm sure you know about that. So you guys have been there for either a restaurant or whatever. But that was dope, man. I mean, you see everyone there. Everyone's there having a great time. Again, it's so cool because it's like you see all these guys, out on the field, and then you see them off, and you get to mingle with them, talk to them, and have a great time. I have this picture though. Look, this is my pops he was doing interviews.
Yeah,
that is freaking awesome. Get him in front of the camera.
Wait a minute. I think I know that reporter.
That's Barry Davis.
It is, right? It's your guy from Sportsnet.
Yeah, he used to be at Sportsnet. He's not there anymore. But like all that stuff, that's us after media day there.
Oh, that's cool.
So I have a bunch of pictures. But yeah, I mean, it was cool, man. It was like I said, it's cool when more than anything, seeing my dad's face, like he was so proud and in awe of everything. So that was the coolest part for me. And obviously, just being there, it was cool. Just because you never know when it's ever gonna happen again, and it never did for me. So obviously, I'm gonna hold to it forever.
Now, totally, I'm asking you on the flip side. When you're a player and you're a catcher and you know that your pitcher makes it, does it make you feel like almost like, hey, I helped him get there too? Not ownership, but like a pride of like, because pitchers and catchers have that unity, right?
I mean, you don't feel like you've done anything. I will say this about RA, though. The year he went to the All-Star game, I felt like I had a little something to do with it. I was actually I was trying to lobby just to go catch his one inning and then be able to leave just to go get the experience that Ricky got. And I said, no, I never looked like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, who caught him? Who caught him?
Chooch caught him. And then we were in Philadelphia before that, and Chooch was like, hey, give me like just a couple pointers, and if you could, please send the big glove. And I actually don't even think I watched it, but he ended up catching him. I know that for sure.
Damn, that's cool. The All-Star memories.
I don't know. Hey, so wait, one quick story about Bautista's jet. The next time you speak with him, Ricky, I don't remember what year it was, but Barry was the sideline reporter for us. We were approaching the All-Star break. Barry was complaining about his travel for the All-Star game, and we had a night. I don't know the whole story, but Barry's like, yeah, effectively, I'm going to be landing and getting right to media day or something like that. So I made a joke, not a joke, but I kind of was like, I told Bautista, I says, hey, I said, you're chartering a plane. I was like, let Barry just get on the plane with you. And he's like, yeah, I'm fine with it. Just tell him to talk to me. So I told Barry, I was like, go ask Bautista to get on his jet. And he thought I was messing with him. So finally drummed up enough courage. And Barry says, hey, Tony said something about me flying on the jet to the All-Star game. He said, yeah, come on. I got plenty of seats. It's just me and my family. And he flew Barry on the – yeah, he flew Barry. Next time you talk to either Barry or Bautista, ask about the story.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Because remember, the media, you're not supposed to do that.
He was I mean, not that Bautista had to do it because I had a flight. I was going to get there, but he's like, nah, man. He's like, I'll take care of you.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about it. Like, just pop on with us and let's go. And it was just, dude, you're sitting there. And I was like, kind of just sitting back. I sat for a while and I was just like looking around. I didn't really know a lot of people that were in that flight other than Bautista and his wife. And I was just like, man, what is going on and where am I going? Like, this is crazy. This is crazy because we were on the road. Again, I packed, road stuff. So I didn't really have like clothes to like that I was going to go to the All-Star game or anything like that. So not that you need a bunch of clothes, but it was just, it felt a little different. And again, when you land and it's like the red carpet and cars are waiting for you, hop on and all that stuff was like really, really cool, man. It's
a blur. It's a blur. It happens.
It really is, man. Like right now that we're talking about it, like little stuff just comes back. I remember and this is more on on the sadder side. I remember Josh Hamilton stagging next to him, and he was about to throw a ball in the stands, and then I don't know if he had like a little bit of a flashback, but he like looked at me and he's like, "Here, man, you throw it." And I was like, "Oh, that accident had just happened where he threw a ball in the stands and the guy fell and died." And I remember I was like, "Whoa!" Like at first I was like a little bit like, "What is he talking?" And then I was like, "Oh shoot!" And he's like, and I think he's like, "Yeah, man, like that kind of has me messed up a little bit right now." I was like, "Whoa!"
It's just all right. Let's bring in intern Grant here, Grant Metzger. All right, do you have the AL roster for the 2011 All-Star game that Ricky was a member of? All right.
I got it right here.
Name the pitchers that were on that roster.
All of them?
No, just half of them.
Yeah, just the
Just
Mexicans.
half of them?
Just the
All
just the Mexicans,
Yeah,
Grant.
Jesus, let's go. Come on, man. Of course, we want to hear them all.
All right, here we go.
How many is there, Graham?
Let's see. I don't have a number. I just see a whole list of the pitchers.
All right. Okay. Just go for it. Go with it.
Got it. All right, for the AL, Josh Beckett, Aaron Crow, Gio Gonzalez, Felix Hernandez, Brandon League, John Lester, Alexi Ogando, Chris Perez, Michael Pineda, David Price, Mariano Rivera, David Robertson, Ricky Romero, CC Sabathia, James Shields, Jose Valverde, Justin Verlander, Jordan Walden, and CJ Wilson.
Jordan Walden, the Angel rookie. That's right. He was added at the end. Dude.
Yeah. That was the 1 year CC and Mario decided not to go too, man. I was looking forward to that. But yeah, that's quite the list, right? I mean,
all right. Now we're gonna get serious about this. Grant Metzger, who's the one pitcher that did not participate in the All-Star game?
Well, there was 3 of us.
Oh, there was 3?
Yeah, Valverde was a closer, so he didn't throw.
Okay, Valverde didn't. Who else?
And Aaron Crow.
Aaron Crow. And who else, Graham?
Our very own.
Bro, don't even get me started.
Jesus. Just keep punching
Yeah,
in the gut.
You know why it bothered me? Because Brandon Lee, Pineda, Gio, Jordan Walden, Chris Perez, it was all their first All-Star too. And they all got to throw an inning, a hitter, whatever it was. And I know, and this was the deal. When I remember they told me, they're like, yeah, you're gonna come in if the game is tied late in the game. And I was like all right. I mean, it happened once where there was a little bit of controversy in the All-Star game where it ended in a tie, but come on. Like at that point, late in the game, we were down. And I remember there was a little bit National League got into a little bit of trouble, and I started warming up, and the adrenaline's going, and then you're still hoping that you get that one hitter. And I don't know who. Obviously, Ron Washington was the manager, so he made that call. But obviously, I was, we had John Farrell there at the time, who was our manager, and I mean, I wish it was. I wish they would have given me a hitter, and just. I mean, obviously, nobody's going to be able to take this away from me, but I would have loved to gone out there and thrown to a hitter.
Totally. Come on, man. You gotta stick up for your guy right there.
That's brutal. John Farrell, he wasn't doing it. No shot.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
And so for those of you guys who are thinking like, oh, come on, Beto, why are you picking on Ricky? Why are you getting after him? It's more of to give you guys behind the scenes of what happens. It's like, this is even though it's a game that doesn't matter, it's still the competitive juices of like, I want to go up there and face the best right there, right, Rick? That's what you want to do. You want to show your stuff.
Yeah. You want to be out there. You want to experience it. You want to know what it's like. Again, you don't know if that's going to be your last one, which it was for me. And I just remember, like, obviously out of those 3, Crow and Valverde were relievers, so there was no way that they could go more than an inning if they needed to. So they saved me being the starter. They're like, yeah, if we need 3-4 innings out of you, we can get them out of you. And I was like, okay, for an All-Star game, yeah, okay. And so then I just felt like at that point it was like 4 or 5-1. So it really, like, hey, dude.
Hey man, what's going on?
We weren't threatening or anything like that. You get a feel, right, Josh? As a manager, you're like, okay, it doesn't look like we're gonna come back. Like, let's just, we're the All-Star game. Like, nobody's gonna.
Dude, let's end the game in a tie if push comes to shove. What the stink's a big deal about it? Like, let's let everybody have a hitter. That's all you ask. You're not asking for freaking 3 innings. You're asking for one hitter to step on the mound, throw your one guy, and move along, right?
Yeah.
And it's that's where Major League Baseball, I think, like there has to be another way to figure out what the incentive is as far as home team, road team during it's home field advantage idea, right? For the World Series, is that the winner?
It was not anymore.
Yeah, and it's stupid.
Was it? This time it counts, right? All that other stuff that they're trying to push.
Yeah, like that to make it more competitive, but at the same time, like I said, it was Gio Gonzalez was a starter. He still got in. Plenty of guys still got in, and they threw their one hitter, one inning, whatever it was. And I remember me and Gio were throwing partners, and he was kind of bummed for me. He's like, "Man, I wish he would have gotten in there."
Not to cut you off, Ricky, but I just had remembered when I was doing some stuff for the union. I remember this got brought up because they were having problems getting guys going to the All-Star game, right? Most of the time, everybody wants their 4-day breaks, especially guys that have been repetitive All-Stars, right? I mean, how many All-Star games can you really go to? People say that it ends up costing you more money than anything. Like it's a big trip. By the time you fly everybody in, get tickets, you're out to dinner every night, hotel rooms, all of that, you end up losing a bunch of money.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember the conversation was how do you make it? Well, it's not going to be competitive because guys don't want to play if there's no incentive for it. But it's like, just pay the guys. My God, did you guys see Coors Field last night? Mm-hmm. People weren't even sitting down. They were like on top of each other. There's no way they gave you a ticket for a seat. They probably just gave you a ticket and everybody just crammed into one place. Hell, most of those people couldn't even drink their beers last night without bumping into somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. I mean, that's how they made the home run derby more popular. I mean, they're like, hey, we'll pay you guys, if you participate. So, and guys are like, I'll jump in on it, and like it makes sense for a guy like Pete Alonso. He's made $2 million, and he's maybe one day going to sign a big contract, but you never know. And so he's like, shoot, if I can go and win them and get $1 million for one day, I'm in.
And when people know who Pete Alonso is, because outside of New York, because I didn't even, I don't watch much baseball, so I didn't know who he played for. I just know he's a Spaniard from Florida.
You live under a rock?
Honestly, I don't watch much baseball anymore. Because I don't work it, so I really don't pay much attention. And why do I care about a team in New York? Like, I know what the Dodgers are doing. Like,
I know, you're right.
Yeah,
you know all the Dodgers players. You went to West Coast.
That was the only thing. I was a little bit down. Like when the game ended, I was like, man, like just one hitter, one pitch, whatever. If I gave up a home run, if I gave up a hit, if I gave up or if I struck somebody out, like whatever. I just wanted to get out there. Yeah. And again, I mean, I have the memories and everything, and right now I'm thinking about. I remember when you take the pictures before the game, each team takes a picture. I remember a moment I'll never forget. Roy Halladay was actually the starting pitcher for the National League. And after we were done taking pictures, they took their picture. And I remember him running towards me, and he came and gave me a big hug, and we embraced. And he was like, man, I'm so proud of you and everything you've accomplished. Keep it up. I'm happy that everything's going your way, and keep it up and keep working hard. And I was like, whoa, like, I mean, obviously we were teammates, so we knew each other, but I thought that was a really, really cool. It's almost like I had made him so proud, about what I was accomplishing at the time. Yeah. So him, and even Thole, I remember him. I think we touched on it a little bit in the podcast. Where he was on the National League. He was one of the biggest stars at the time in Colorado, and I remember him coming up to me. At breakfast, you have a big breakfast. The the All-Star game, host a big breakfast for everyone. Your families are welcome, and everyone's in there. And I remember he came up to me and he gave me a big hug, and he's like, "I know you've taken a beating up there, but I'm so pumped and so happy that you're here representing Toronto Blue Jays because I know."
Wait, we got the harmonica going?
Yeah, Diego's playing it right now, man.
We got Blues Traveler over there?
But yeah, so that like cool moments like that, with your friends that you share, that all that stuff is pretty cool. So, you saw the tweet the other day with Jerry Weaver, Beto, what he said, and it came out of nowhere, man, and stuff like that that you as a teammate, as a friend, you've made an impact, and the hard work has paid off, and that's why now we sit back and we talk about old shit that happened back in the day.
Yeah. We've had these conversations, you and I, on the podcast before Thole joined us, and we were talking about All-Star, but I just wanted to hash on it today because of how passionate you still are about all these years later, because it's something that's really cool. Graham, how's the podcast going so far?
It's going amazing. I mean, these stories are so cool.
Now that you gave us the pictures, give us the position players. Who were the position players on that?
On the ALT.
Got you. Starting lineup coming right now. Curtis Granderson, Asdrubal Cabrera, Adrian Gonzalez, Jose Bautista, Josh Hamilton, Adrian Beltre, David Ortiz, Robinson Cano, and Alex Avila.
Wow.
And who were the rest? Who were the reserves?
All right, we got Miguel Cabrera, Paul Canerco, Howie Kendrick, Alex Rodriguez, Evan Euclid, Russell Martin, Matt Waiters, Jacoby Ellsbury, Michael Young, Matt Joyce, Cuttier, Carlos Quentin, Derek Jeter, Johnny Peralta, and that's all the position players.
So all those guys have they signed that plaque behind you then?
Yeah.
Damn.
I forgot about Michael. Mikey was there. That's right. He's one of the greatest human beings ever, as you know, Josh.
Hey.
Michael Young gets he gets the credit, and everybody knows who he is. But I feel like that guy never got enough love for what kind of player he was.
Michael Young.
Yeah. I agree too.
Michael Young here from SoCal, Bishop Amat, half Mexican. His family, a bunch of uncles were boxers.
Again, CC, Mariano, A-Rod, and Jeter didn't go to the All-Star game that year.
But they got the bonus. They still got that All-Star bonus.
It was Josh. You know what? This is the thing. I was signed through Nike, and or I had a Nike deal, and I remember I showed up to my locker and they gave me Mariano Rivera's bag. None of the stuff fit me.
Come on.
I go up and I'm like, come on, bro. Come on.
They're like, hold on, panic move. Take this guy's bag. He doesn't need it anymore.
I saw they gave you like a little luggage bag, and the name tag it said number 42 Mariano Rivera. I was like,
you still have it?
Nah, I don't even know where it is.
You sold it. You sold it.
Nike bag had a nice little PlayStation. Had a nice little PlayStation in it. Yeah, I mean, I was like, they didn't even have my shoe size, and
Thole, this is why you and I are awesome together, because you and I, Thole, are thinking the same way. Mariano's bag, I'm taking that. I'm keeping that. That is now mine. Ricky's like, hey man, where's my stuff? You know, like you and I would have been like, forget that. I am now Mariano Rivera.
It's funny. I was going through a lot of my stuff, and I'm rifling through it. I'm like, why do I keep this? Why do I keep this? Why do I have a signed bat from myself on my wall, helping out firewood? There's a couple other guys that are coming off the wall too. I need to make some room for some other heavy hitters.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, like I said, but at the end of the day, it was one of the coolest moments ever. Again, when you mentioned when Graham mentions those names, like you were in the clubhouse, you were in that presence of future Hall of Famers of greatness, man, and to be there for 2 days and get to know these guys and see them just work a little bit and see the way they go about their business, dude. It doesn't get any better than that. And you, like I said, you just never know if it's going to happen again. So that's why you embrace it and you and I looking back, I wish I would have enjoyed it a little bit more,
Yeah.
but I was so like tired, so like nervous, and I wish I would have. There would have been more. Like I just didn't know what to expect,
Yeah.
what to do. So I was like, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I don't want to do something that's wrong. Something that people are gonna say like, oh, he didn't act right. Like I wanted to be as good as possible and do my thing. And
Yeah.
it was good, man.
Totally, you gonna watch tonight with the boys?
Am I gonna watch tonight with the boys? Maybe if our Little League game gets rained out, I probably will.
All right, Rick, you gonna watch?
That's the thing. Though. That's the thing. Like I feel like you watch the first few innings and then it kind of gets boring.
You know,
It
it
is
won't.
boring.
It won't get boring. It won't get boring because you need to have some 101 cider with you. If you got some 101 cider, you're not gonna get bored because the Cactus Rosé is gonna be there for you. Totally. You need to get some 101 cider. All right, so like, this is like legit good. Zero sugar. It's a probiotic. It's a good drinking thing during an All-Star game. So if you get a little bored, you have this. Next thing you know, you're like, wait a minute, little woo. That seventh inning with the guy that you don't know from Milwaukee's pitching. He looks good.
What's the percentage? What's the percentage on it?
Oh, totally. Let me help you out, my
Can.
man. This can right here, 101 cider, no sulfite, non-GMO, non-filtered, kettle-friendly, 100% pressed juice. It's vegan, 6.9% alcohol beverage. 101 cider. Follow them on social media. We got a little scrumpy here. Boom, boom, boom. Did I get a box delivered? Did I get a box delivered? Yeah, I got a box delivered from 101 cider.
On the note.
Look at that. Oh, you want the note?
Yeah, there's a note.
Oh, is there a note? I'm just busy about the stickers, man. Look, I got stickers from 101 cider. It showed up. Oh, but yeah. Hold on.
The note is the coolest part.
Let me get here.
Yeah,
Graham
read
Metzger.
it out loud.
Oh, okay. So I show up. I've been busy. I've been busy golfing, right? Not
Yeah,
working.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I wish I was as busy as you were.
Hey, you don't want the pay cut, bro. So I show up. My niece got married this weekend. Had a fantastic time. I was in charge. I was the padrino of the kegs, like the godfather of the beer. So I showed up, and I this morning I look at there's a box here. I'm like, what is this? From my good friend Ricky and Cara. There it is. 101 cider shows up. Oh, look at that! It's our pleasure to share this with you. So 101 cider.
We'll receive it soon, Josh. I know Carl sent one to Catherine. So
Yeah.
All right.
So if you guys want a healthy, better alternative, promo code Romero. So 101 cider. Go and follow them and use the promo code Romero. I know our boy Jess Ray is already going to buy some. So totally, I kid you not. About a year ago, we did a podcast at Ricky's house right when these first came out. I'm just drinking one. Next thing I know, I'm like, hey, I'm on the floor playing with their kids. Like, Uncle Beto's here. Woo! I just had one.
So pretty much what it is, it's whatever the ingredient says, that's all that's in it. That's it.
Yeah.
It's fermented fruit, fermented juice, whatever. It's just whatever it
Really?
says. That's all that's on there. They age it in a barrel, and then it turns into alcohol, and it's cider. It's a little bit sour. You have to like cider. It's not like the cider that you think like apple cider, where it's like filled with like sugar and shit like that. It's like cleanest alcohol you can drink. We invested in the company.
Well,
pretty
I
cool.
think I can handle that.
Oh, I don't think so. Totally, I think you're gonna be on your ass.
No.
You gotta find the one that you like. You gotta find the one that you like. There's different.
I'm a little.
Like,
this is rosé because I like a little fruitier.
What's the ingredients on it?
Apple, cactus, pears, basil, hibiscus, and lemon peel. That's it. And I am gonna
That's all that's in it.
That's it.
That's it.
And
Not only is it that, it's healthy for you. It's probiotics. There's no hangover or anything from it.
Yeah, you'll
There's
just get
no hangover.
you just
no
get
hangover.
no hangover. But
All right, I'll
you
drink
get
6 of them. I'll drink 6 of them when I get the package.
No, you won't.
There's a hangover.
no, you won't. You'll drink two.
I won't.
Two totally. Two
And
totally.
They
got
call it professionalism.
6% alcohol. Beto?
That was 6.9. The other one is 6.9. Sanabi would say nice. They're all
Nice.
6.9. This one, apples, green tea, and guava. So our lawyer Curtis Gold will hook you up. So there it is. So 101 Cider, go and check them out. I got the sticker on my little thing here. Boom, boom, boom. It's a perfect beach one, a lake one. And I know that because my sister Gloria, I gave it to her, and she's like not much of a drinker. She's like, these are amazing. Oh my god, so it's perfect.
Really?
Oh, dude, I got my sister loaded on these, right?
Let's yeah, I like that idea. This is your company, Rick?
Yeah, we invested. We're partners with them. Yeah, Car and I.
Okay. Let's get this on the East Coast buzzing. I got the right people.
There it is.
They're on the East Coast. Car, are they on the East Coast?
They are now.
If they're not,
All over,
they are.
all over, Whole Foods and everywhere.
All right, Grant Metzger.
Really?
Grant Metzger.
All right.
You're the you go to Oregon. This is the kind of stuff that they have up there, right? Cider and all.
They're drinking Milwaukee's Beast up there still. He's still in life.
Hey, I'm 20 years old. We're on the air. I'm not gonna say nothing right now.
That's right. That's
Wait,
right.
you're 20?
Dude, I thought you
Yep.
were 15, Graham.
Oh my god, when did you turn 20? All right, our lawyer Curtis Gold checks in, and this is a funny one from yesterday after the All-Star game. I don't follow your brother Gabriel because I don't want to know what's going on in his life. But did he do something on his Instagram where he made it look like he was an All-Star?
Yeah, I said I told him, I was like, hey, congrats, dude, because he here, let me pull it up. He
What's
wrote
up? Curtis Gold check it in right now.
He wrote that one time at Ricky Rowe made the All-Star team, and I got to watch the home run derby on the field in Arizona. And then he posted the jersey. So Ace said, "You mean the time you made the All-Star team?" And he's like, "You ever try playing catch with Ricky? Nothing's great." And he's throwing 80 from 50 feet away, thinking he's taking it light. So yes.
Wow.
So then I wrote, "Congrats, Gabe," and Ace wrote, "Can you believe Ron Washington didn't play Gabe? Didn't play Gabe?"
Everybody claims you. Everybody claims you.
No, but it was cool. Like I said, it was a cool experience that they got to experience all that stuff.
I'm glad your brother let you borrow his jersey.
Yeah.
All right, Tolly, what you got going on? We missed you, man. What's been going on the last couple weeks with you?
Nothing. I told you landscaping. I got a hitting lesson here in about 8 minutes, and then then I'll go back to landscaping, and then we got the Little League games, and then if that 101 cider's in, I'll probably crack one of those babies open at about 5 tonight.
Oh no, 101 cider's perfect for hitting lessons.
Cara doesn't drink very much, but she every time she takes a sip out of that, dude, she it. Yeah, but she's always buzzed after half a can.
That's okay.
Totally, this will be perfect for your wife, Catherine. Catherine, right? Is that her name?
Yep.
And her Pilates studio, perfect for that group right there. And I'm not saying it because Ricky told me to say this. I just got the box, and I legit drank them in Ricky's house and be like, "Ooh, I've drank tequila at Ricky's house. I've thrown up at Ricky's house, but not from the 101 cider."
Did you get some of these too?
I got 2 boxes. Yeah.
So so this one's that's all that's in it. This one's hard pressed juice, and it's obviously alcohol, tart cherry, mango, yerba mate, sea salt, and lion's mane, and that's all that's in it. This one's 4.9%.
Yeah, I got the Graham.
Hey, I might, Ricky. There's a box at my house. That it might be inside the box. You know, understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. That one's real. Oh, I haven't had that one. He said the guy texted us yesterday. He said that 3-day weekend one is legit.
It's apple, strawberries, and hibiscus. You know what we need? I'm gonna save these. Our lawyer, totally. Our lawyer Curtis. He lives in the Hollywood Hills, right? And he has this big fancy infinity pool that goes down. And he's always told us we're invited anytime we want to go. So we're gonna go to his house. So we're gonna do a podcast from his house. Not really do a podcast. We're just gonna go on the pool and take over. So we're taking.
Why don't I come out there before we set this up?
Oh, we can do it anytime we want, totally.
Yeah,
let's go.
Ricky's got a palace. I'm sure there's a bedroom in there for me somewhere.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. We'll make room for you.
Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff. We're ready to go, Tolly. We are ready to go, baby.
Oh, I love it.
This is the tequila I took to my niece's wedding.
You know what? What's even better is their tap house. Obviously, it closed down due to COVID, but dude, their tap house, we went and visited and toured it where they make all this stuff. It is legit. It's like just they put so much money into it, and you go in there, and the guys, Mark, who's from Toronto, funny enough, and he yeah, man, you just try all of them, or he'll like be like serving you, and yeah, man, it's cool. We're hoping to uh maybe have our birthdays there this year, Cara and I. So yeah, it should be a good time. Maybe
All
we
right,
could
and
play.
here's the official thing from 101 Cider. The original adult juice bar. We work with local farms that produce raw juice using only fresh sources of verified ingredients. After fermenting for 3 months, the blends are naturally alcoholic and certified probiotic. So, man, let's get going. All right, so Totally, I know you got to get going. Are we going to see you next week?
Next week, Tuesday.
All right, so next week we will have a guest for you guys. Coley, you're in charge of getting us a guest. Boom, we said it right now on the show.
I got one for us. I already told you that.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I got one for you guys.
Ah,
I
they're
talked
perfect.
to Beto about it briefly.
Oh, yeah. We'll get him.
We'll reconnect. The kid, he wants to do it bad. Quick story. Kids just got done playing minor league baseball, stepped away from the game, was tired how he was getting treated in minor league baseball, started this e-commerce business, and it is exploding in his face. And he wants to talk about his journey through the minor leagues, kind of how the industry's changed through COVID, and just talk about, I mean, really all the stuff that we talked about, but like let him, he'll describe it. I mean, he just got out of it this year. He stepped aside. He was going to a team and freaking whipped his car around and said, hell with this, I'm going home. I'm tired of how I'm getting treated. So with that being said, I think that would be a good guess.
Yeah, we'll get him next week. We'll keep on going. We'll start doing it and keep on churning for you. All right, so for everybody involved, Tolley's got to go do a hitting lesson. So, Tolley, if you got to hang up, be free, get going, bro. We'll talk to you next week.
Good job. See you, boys.
All right, Tolley. Ricky, let me tell you something about the Tolley guy right now. All right, now that Tolley's gone, he's fired up. He gets all going on. He's like, are we doing the show? Like, yeah, we're doing it right now. Graham Metzger, you got that big smile. How was today's show?
It was honestly awesome. It was really, really cool. I mean, just hearing you, like, Ricky just say, like, these crazy names I grew up watching up, like, Doc Halladay, just said what's up to him, Josh Hamilton, like, amazing. So amazing.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was cool. I know Josh is off air, but I'm trying to remember who was the National League team. Just
there it is. Give it to us. Give us those, Graham.
Got it. All right, so starters: Ricky Weeks, Carlos Beltran, Matt Kemp, Prince Fielder, Brian McCann, Lance Berkman, Matt Holliday, Troy Tulowitzki, Scott Rollin, and Halladay was the starter. We got Gabby Sanchez, Joey Votto, Brandon Phillips, Chipper Jones, Placido Polanco, Pablo Sandoval, Yadier Molina, Miguel Montero, Andrew McCutcheon, Shane Victorino, Flying Hawaiian, Ryan Braun, Jay Bruce, Hunter Pence, Justin Upton, Andre Ethier, Starling Castro, Jose Reyes, Keith Bell, Matt Cain, Tyler Clippard, Kevin Correa, Cole Hamels, Joel Hanrahan, Jared Jurgens, Clayton Kershaw, Craig Kimbrell, Cliff Lee, Tim Lincecum, Johnny Venters, Ryan Vogelsong, and Brian Wilson.
Damn, those are all the guys that were named All-Stars. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's crazy because it's such a blur. Like I'm like, holy smokes! Like like Kirsch was there and Joey Votto was there and Matt Holliday, like just all these names that you're just like such a blur, man. Yeah. And Matt Kemp at the time was big time.
Balling.
Obviously got robbed of a MVP, but yeah, man. I mean, it was dope.
There it is. That was cool. So the All-Star game is tonight. Ricky, are you gonna hang the jersey up? Are you gonna frame it? What are you gonna do with that jersey?
No, this one, honestly, I hung my BP one. This one obviously has the two little stars on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one. Maybe Sebastian will take ownership one day, or Diego, whichever one.
I have a friend. He used to like baseball down in Orange County, and maybe he'll like it.
No, he can't have this one. I have a TJ one for him.
There it is. All right, Ricky, we'll talk to you next week. Another good episode. Missed you, and glad we are back on the podcast train. We'll be back next week with another edition of the Let's Go Ricky podcast with Josh Tolley. Also, 101 Cider is where you want to go and check it out.
Post it.
Post it. What else did I have to promote?
You got to post it.
Yeah, you got to post it. I'll put that on there. I'll send it to Graham. He can take care of us. Nice little flyer. What else did I have to promote? Did I have something coming up?
No. West Side.
Humna is our hat. West Side for Ricky. I had something else that I want to talk about. I don't know. Anyways, whatever. It was something I wanted to talk about. This is why you write down notes. Don't be like me, Graham. Write down your notes. So thanks for everybody for listening. Go to the Instagram at Let's Go Ricky Roll. We'll talk to you guys next week. Have a good one.